Good morning students. In the last lecture we discussed about the various properties of fluids, right? So today also we are going to discuss about one of the property of fluid which is known as surface tension. Okay, so before understanding the meaning of the term surface tension, let us see some basic concepts and the definitions which will be very useful in the better understanding of this term. So here I am drawing a bucket in which water is filled. Okay, so there is a fluid called as water, and above the surface of the water there is a presence of another fluid which is known as air, right? So fluid includes any substance which can flow. So here we have a fluid water as well as another fluid called as air. This water comes in the fluid type liquid, while this fluid comes in the fluid type gas that we discussed in the last lecture, right? Now students, we know that this water is made up of molecules. I am drawing some molecules over here. Okay, so this molecules are bound together with the help of an attractive force, intermolecular attractive force. Okay, so due to this intermolecular attractive force, this molecules are bound together in liquid. Now, but in case of gas, as the temperature increases, the distance between this intermolecule the distance between these molecules increases. Okay, I am also drawing some molecules over here. So you can see that the distance between the molecules in case of gas is much as compared to distance between the molecules in case of liquid. Okay, and the reason behind it is temperature. Now if I want to study in detail about this intermolecular attractive forces, I will take one zoom in picture of this section. So here I can draw two molecules. Now these two molecules will impart attractive forces towards each other. Okay, so here this molecule will impart attractive force to this one, while this molecule will impart attractive force to this one. Similarly, it will, if some molecules are present over here, then they will impart attractive forces towards each other, and as a result of which the net force or the net resultant intermolecular force is 0, and it is at the center. Okay, the one which I am coloring the circle. So the net force in this case is 0, and the intermolecular force by which the molecules of the same fluid are held together is known as cohesion. Okay, so here one important definition you can learn, which is cohesion. The force of attraction existing between molecules of same fluid. Okay, and here we are talking about fluid which is liquid, again which is water. So if the molecules of water are held together by an intermolecular attractive force, then that force is known as which force? It is known as cohesion. So the force of attraction which is existing between the molecules of same fluid, okay, is known as cohesion. Now let's talk about the molecules of fluid, that is liquid water, which are present at the surface of the liquid. So here again I am zooming some portion over here. Okay, this is one molecule and this is another molecule. So these are the two water molecules. Okay, I'll draw one more molecule over here. So these are the water molecules which are present at the surface of liquid. This is also known as surface interface. Okay, surface interface means the connection between the two fluids. So the surface interface is the position where one fluid, which is air, is in contact with the another fluid which is liquid. But these two fluids are immiscible. Immiscible means they cannot mix with each other. Okay, so coming back over here, now this molecule of water will experience attractive forces by the other molecules of water in the downward direction, correct? Okay, and it will also experiences some molecular attraction in the above medium of the surface interface, that is in the medium of air, but the magnitude of this intermolecular forces will be very less. Okay, so okay, I'll show big over here again. Okay, so these are the intermolecular forces which is experienced by a molecule in which is present in liquid. Now this molecule will experience attractive forces above the surface interface, but the magnitude of that will be very less. This is again surface interface. Okay, so here as you can see, I have drawn some very small arrows as compared to the big one. Okay, so this indicates that the attractive forces by the molecules of air is very less as compared to the attractive forces by the molecules of liquid, as a result of which the resultant of this molecule will be in downward direction, right? Because the resultant is because the maximum forces are acting in the downward direction, as a result of which the resultant will be also in downward direction. Now as I taught you that here in case of liquid, the net resultant force will be 0 because equal and opposite forces are exerted on the water molecule. But the case is different over here. Okay, there will be, as you can see, there will be an imbalance of forces. The forces will be imbalanced in this case. So here forces will be imbalanced. Where forces will be imbalanced at where? At surface interface, right? These forces will be imbalanced at surface interface, as a result of which the surface tension surface interface will behave like membrane under tension. It means what? That a tensile force will be generated at the surface interface because the forces are imbalanced. Okay, and this phenomenon is known as surface tension. Are you getting it? So surface tension is generally defined as the tensile force which is acting at the surface of a liquid when it is in contact with the surface of a gas. Okay, or it is the tensile force which is acting at the surface interface of two immiscible liquids, and at that time the surface interface will behave as a membrane under tension. Okay, because of this unbalanced forces, the surface interface will behaves like a membrane under tension, and as a result of which the surface tension will occur. Are you getting it? Okay, so now another important definition which you need to learn is adhesion. Cohesion and adhesion. So adhesion is exactly opposite to cohesion. So it refers as the force of attraction existing between the molecules of, instead of same fluid, it will come different fluid. Here fluid we are talking about gas, and in our case it is air. Okay. So adhesion is totally opposite to cohesion. In cohesion, the attractive forces exist between the molecules of the same fluid, while in adhesion the forces of attraction exist between the molecules of different fluids. Okay. So here at surface interface the attractive forces are occurring. Okay, but that is known as adhesion, as the force of attraction is taking place between the molecules of two different liquids, two different fluids. Okay, one of the fluid is liquid, which is water, and the other fluid is gas, which is air, in the present example that we have considered. Okay, so clear with the definitions of cohesion and adhesion. So now we will write the definition of surface tension. Okay, so how we can define surface tension? It is defined as an attractive force, and this attractive force is nothing but which force? Tensile force. So it is defined as an attractive force or tensile force acting at the surface of liquid. Okay, when it comes in contact with gas or another fluid. So it is defined as an attractive force or tensile force acting at the surface of liquid when it comes in contact with gas, and at that point surface interface will behave like a membrane under tension. Okay, so this is the basic definition of surface tension. Okay, so once again we recall it, that it is defined as the tensile force which is acting on the surface of a liquid when it comes in contact with a gas or air, and at that point surface tension will behave like a membrane under tension. And why does it behave like a membrane under tension? Because of the imbalance of forces that is created at the surface interface. And again, why that imbalance of forces is created? Because the magnitude of forces in the case of liquid will be large as compared to the magnitude of forces in the case of gas, because the molecule distance between the molecules is more in case of air, so the intermolecular forces will decrease, magnitude of intermolecular forces will decrease, and in case of fluid the intermolecular forces will be large because they are closely packed, and the reason behind this is nothing but temperature. So temperature plays a very important role in the process of surface tension or in the phenomenon of surface tension. Okay, clear? I think you must be clear with the definition of surface tension. Now let's see some formulas which you need to use in your calculation of surface tension. Okay, so first formula we will see, that is the formula of surface tension on a liquid droplet. Okay, so the formula of surface tension on a liquid droplet is given as P is equals to 4 sigma upon D, where P is the pressure intensity, inside droplet, sigma is the surface tension on liquid droplet, and D is the diameter of droplet. right? So this is the formula of surface tension on liquid droplet. Then the second one is surface tension on a hollow bubble. Surface tension on hollow bubble. So it stands for P is equal to 8 sigma by D. P is equals to 8 sigma by D. Again the notations are same in case of hollow bubble as they were in the case of liquid droplet. And now the third one is surface tension on liquid jet. Surface tension on liquid jet, and it is equals to P is equals to sigma into 2L upon L into D. Okay, where sigma is again the surface tension, L is the length of the liquid jet, and P is the pressure intensity. Okay, so these three formulas you need to remember for the calculation of your sums. Okay, so this was the entire topic of surface tension. Now let's see that how we can carry out with the examples of this property of fluid. So here you can see that one example has been written. Let's just read out the example. So it has been written that find the surface tension in a soap bubble of 40 mm diameter when the inside pressure is 2.5 Newton per meter square above atmospheric pressure. Okay, so we need to find the surface tension in a soap bubble which is of 40 mm diameter and the pressure inside it is 2.5 Newton per meter square above the atmospheric pressure. So in solution what we will do, first of all we will write out the or list out the given data as I have said you earlier. Okay, so you must have an habit of listing out all the given data of your question as it will make your calculation much easier. So first of all what is given, we have given the diameter of bubble, so we will write the diameter of bubble which is 40 mm, we will convert it into meter, so 40 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Now the next what is given, it is given the pressure inside the soap bubble, okay, which is in excess of outside. So whatever pressure is outside the bubble, it is 2.5 Newton per meter square more inside the bubble. So pressure inside the bubble is P, which is 2.5 Newton per meter square. Okay, so now all the given data has been listed out. So now what we need to calculate, we need to calculate the surface tension, that is sigma. Okay, so we need to use the formula of surface tension in a soap bubble which we saw in the which we saw just now. So we will write down the formula which is P is equals to 8 sigma by D. Okay, so here what has been given, we have given the pressure intensity P, we have given the we have given the diameter of the soap bubble which is 40 mm, and we need to calculate the value of surface tension which is sigma. So it is very simple, make the sigma subject P into D upon 8. So pressure is 2.5, then diameter is 40 into 10 raised to minus 3 upon 8. So after calculating these values, we will get the value of 0.0125 Newton per meter. So the unit of surface tension is Newton per meter. Its symbol is Newton per meter, its symbol is sigma. Okay, SI unit of surface tension is Newton per meter and its symbol is sigma. And moreover, one thing I forgot to mention, which I am mentioning over here, that the magnitude of surface tension sigma is force per unit length. Okay, that is the intermolecular attractive force, that is known as the not intermolecular attractive force, that is the tensile force which is occurring at the surface interface. So the tensile force divided by unit length of the surface tension. Okay, so it is F sigma upon L, and from this we can say that the SI unit of force is Newton, and for length it is meter. So the unit is Newton per meter. Okay, so students, here we are concluding this topic of surface tension with its example. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.